Hello and welcome back, everyone. What's up? I'm coming to you live once again from the Convention Center in New Orleans. I am here for Super Week, as you guys probably know by now already. I am excited. I am, fired up. I'm still soaking it all in. It's been an eventful week, I should say. It's been an incredible week. Um, it's been amazing, and New Orleans has been a great host city so far. But anyway, enough of the jibber jabber. I came on because I want to have a conversation. As we know, Super Bowl is approaching. It's almost here. The big game is almost here, and we got the Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, today, I want to talk about Jalen Hurts. I want to get into Jalen Hurts a little bit. We all know that this is a big game for him. There is so much on the line for Jalen Hurts in this game. And you guys hear me say a lot of good about Jalen Hurts, and I've also had my moments where I said some bad things about Jalen Hurts. I mean, good and bad. But I think Jalen Hurts overall is not that bad of a quarterback. I think he's a very, very good quarterback. And I think a lot of that gets overlooked because of the talent on his team. I mean, he has a tremendous supporting cast, right? So that's why we talk about Jalen Hurts the way we talk about him. And I mean, like I said yesterday, I think it's unfair that he comes under a lot of criticism. And you just have certain players that don't get the same recognition that other guys get. Now, everybody knows who Jalen Hurts is. Everybody in the world, if you watch football, you know the name Jalen Hurts. So maybe using the word recognize is a bit of a stretch. Maybe the word I'm looking for is unappreciated. He's a very unappreciated quarterback. I mean, you saw what he did in the NFC Championship game. That was a great performance. I thought he did well. Hold on, drop my phone. I thought he played considerably well in that game. And sometimes, he never gets enough credit for the Eagles' success. Despite their winning track record, I'm talking about his coach as well, Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. Those two particularly, they are regularly the subjects of criticism or see their accomplishments downplayed because of the talented roster surrounding them. That's why I say he's a very unappreciated player. But this is Jalen Hurts' chance right here. Sunday is the day that he can silence a lot of his critics. This is his opportunity. You saw 2 years ago, they were in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. It was a tremendous first half for him. You guys might remember he had a sensational first half. The way that game was going, if you remember correctly, the way that game was going, it looked like it was in the favor of the Eagles. It looked like the Eagles were going to run away with it, right? It looked like that was the Eagles' game, right? It was all Eagles in the first half. And then in the second half, the game took a turn. You saw the Chiefs, they got going in the second half. They had all the momentum in the second half. And that was the difference in the game. But if Jalen Hurts leads his team to a win, not only does that stop the Chiefs from accomplishing a historic feat, what it does is also takes a lot off of Jalen Hurts, right? We won't hear the criticism surrounding Jalen Hurts. I think what it does, the narrative surrounding him and Nick Sirianni, I think what it does is that it changes the narrative surrounding those two guys, right? Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen Hurts does make plays, okay? he can make it happen on the offense. I think he's a better offensive player than a lot of people say he is. Um, I was a bit hard on him too. I can admit that I was. I've had my moments where I've said things about him, but I think Jalen never gets enough credit for a lot of things he does for this offense. I mean, Saquon Barkley would not have the season he had without having Jalen Hurts as the quarterback, and that's the reality of it. And he never gets credit for that. You know, all of that goes to the offensive line and Saquon. And I know Saquon is an MVP caliber quarterback, and I know the year he's had, but this offense, another important piece to this offense is Jalen Hurts. The reality is, Jalen Hurts is a dual threat quarterback. And when you have a guy like Jalen Hurts, all that does is open stuff up, for so many other things to happen, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. And to me, Jalen Hurts has cemented himself as a competitor and as a leader. And we know that about him, right? We know he has exceptional character. I've talked about that with him too. I'm always blown away by his character, his personality, the way he conducts himself as a person and as a player, And I feel like he's a super nice guy to, not get recognized as this, top quarterback in the league and all of that. And I mean, I think Sunday will tell us a little bit more about Jalen Hurts. He has the opportunity to win a Super Bowl. He has the opportunity to do it now. I think he's obviously much improved than what he was 2 years ago. And I do believe that the time is now. The time is now to show everybody, show the entire world how good you can be on the big stage. There's no better time. And against no one other than the Kansas City Chiefs. You have to beat the team that is on the verge of winning 3 in a row. You know how crazy that would be if Jalen Hurts has another monster performance against Patrick Mahomes and they are denied of winning 3 in a row? Absolutely crazy. That would be absolutely crazy. So, I mean, it could happen. We'll see what happens. But, man, Jalen Hurts has to be one of the most unappreciated players in the NFL. There's no other way around it. We know that about him. And I think this game, if he performs well, I think people will have a different opinion about Jalen Hurts, and they will talk completely different about him and have nothing but great things to say about Jalen Hurts. All right, guys, I'm wrapping it up now. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate the love and support. Thanks for checking out the channel. You guys know where you guys can find me. You guys can find me on YouTube. This is where you're watching this video, by the way, from my YouTube channel, or you could be watching it from Instagram as well. And you guys know, you guys can also check out my Facebook fan page, The Sports Judge. I'm there as well. So you guys know where you guys can find me. You guys know where you guys can reach me. And as always, I want to thank all my viewers and the audience out there for tuning in. Without you guys, none of this is possible. So guys, take care. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back with more content throughout the week. I got plenty to get into. I got a lot to talk about. It's going to be a lot of fun. And your boy has you covered all week. All right, guys, take care. Talk to you guys again very soon.